Let's build a tropical Malaysian tapir habitat with a shallow stream and a detailed backstage. So today we're building for the Malaysian tapirs, and the thing was I didn't really have any inspiration, so I just ended up looking at some Planet Zoo videos, and then I found a video of Charlie Gaming, and he usually kind of makes these little docks or like little platforms that the guest can view the animals from. And I thought, well, why wouldn't I give that a try? So you can see that I started out with these twilight pieces, like the wood twilight piece, and I'm not really sure if you can recolor them, but I like the base color of them because it's like a darker, like a darker oak wood with little lighter points on the ends and in the middle. So I just ended up using that as as the planks as the planks of the dock. So he kind of uses a lot of wood in his builds, so that's what I went with. The thing is, I used the wood like for the backstage, like on the wall, and I think it kind of matches because you have the platform that you look at, like the viewing, and then you also have the build. So yeah, it's kind of matching, you know. So this is just well, it is really a basic build. It's not anything special really, because you just have a some fences, and then there's the backstage in the background. But I wanted to make it like kind of look a bit more interesting than just a flat it isn't really flat, but just a empty habitat. So I ended up adding a little stream in because that kind of gives a bit more of a tropical-ish vibe to the habitat, because otherwise it kind of just looks a bit plain. So that's why I added a little stream, and I of course added a lot of foliage in that to kind of make it look a bit swampy. So yeah, it looks really tropical, you know. So this is actually the first time I ever built for a tapir in this game. I don't really know if I ever did, because well, the tapir, it's not really it isn't a popular species, but a lot of people still know them because of their funny snout. So yeah, I decided why not build for them once. So yeah, because I didn't have any inspiration, I of course looked on YouTube, and that's where I found Charlie. Well, I of course already knew him, but I just picked one of his videos for inspiration. So that's why that's my inspiration for this build today. And we're kind of going near the time. I'm still trying to get my PC, but it's getting closer. It's inching closer, because well, I'm not really a fan of these cinematic shots where the animal is just teleporting, because it's kind of stuttering, you know. It isn't really nice to look at, if I say so myself, you know. Yeah, when you look at it, you see like the animal is just, I'm not sure why that happens, but when you see a animal move, it kind of, the half of the animal it's just pixels. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but if you have seen it, it's a bit weird to look at, because the animals just, it looks like there are holes in the animal, but there aren't any holes. But yeah, it's a bit weird to look at. So I'm really trying to get the quality up, so maybe my videos get a bit more clicks and people stay a bit longer. So, and if they will also subscribe, if you haven't subscribed, please do. It helps so much, you know, because I don't really have a lot of subscribers. Well, we're nearing the 100. We're actually a bit over the 100. I think we're now at 110. I'm not really sure, But yeah, it would really help out a lot if you guys would subscribe. And if you have to say something, yeah, just drop a little comment. Like, yeah, it's nice for me to know how you find the build, or what build you want to see next, or maybe something else. Just drop anything that's on your mind, you know? It's nice to have somebody say anything in my comments, so yeah, I can just have a little talk, you know? Little convo. Yeah, okay, get out. So let's move on to the build. You can see that I finished up the backstage with those wooden twilight pieces, but this time those are like the small ones, like the thin ones, because well, the bigger ones, yeah, they look a bit off. Well, not really off, but the proportions are just a little weird when I use the big ones on the wall. So that's why I ended up using the small ones. And this time I actually, I built, you can see that I'm building a fence, but I like this fence because the color of it was right, you know, because sometimes when I build fences or anything that I need to recolor, it kind of takes a while to find the right color. And yeah, I'm not really a fan of clicking like 1,000 times to find the right color, when I could have just pre-selected the color, but then the color doesn't match with the other piece. So that's why I hate the color wheel actually, but this time it turned out really nice. So I have nothing to complain. It looks really nice. So the tapirs are a really interesting animal, of course, because of their snout and because of their white color. I'm actually not sure why they are the Malaysian ones have like a white back. I'm not really sure why actually. Maybe I need to search that up. Well, it doesn't really matter that much. But their children actually have spots. Yeah, they do have spots, like little spots on their back, and I think that's just basic camouflage. I think so. If I'm wrong, sorry for the tapir experts under us. But yeah, I don't really have to say anything anymore. Do I have a bit of a topic? Well, we could talk about Planet Zoo 2 because that's actually really exciting. I think the common hippo actually dropped. Well, the picture of the common hippo, it looks like the remaster mod of the hippo that we now have in the game. So, well, that's actually a compliment to the modders, because yes, I use remasters. If you didn't know, it's kind of a mod. Well, if you don't know what remasters are, it's just a mod, but it kind of makes the when you take a Planet Zoo animal, the modder just makes it better. So it gives like more detail to the animals, like different colors, different variations of colors. The male, they give the male like a other variant of color than the female. So that's kind of it. I'm not really sure how I should explain it, because well, I'm not a modder. I just download them, I just use them because I think like the base game animals are kind of outdated. So if you need to use them, I just kind of like the remasters more than the base game animals. With those newer animals that are in packs, those are like no problem because they just look really great actually. But just the ones that are like the ones that Frontier released 6 years ago, those look kind of outdated, like the lion. So you have a nice remaster, but I think the lion in Planet Zoo 2, it's gonna be way different. With of course them chasing the animal models, and we already getting to see the tiger, and it just looks amazing. So I'm pretty sure that the lion will also look really great. And the thing is, I am future proof, because the PC that I'm going to buy is actually it can handle like big games pretty well, so I would think that it would handle Planet Zoo 2 without any problems. So yeah, the build, it's kind of entering like the finishing stages, just some foliage and some rocks, so those things aren't really interesting to look at. But yeah, if you guys would like to stay for a bit more, you can yeah, just finish the video and then look at the cinematic shots. But I think I'm all done here. You can see that I am just ending the little stream, but that's basically it. You will see some more rocks, some more foliage, and yeah, enjoy the cinematic shots. If you guys would like to subscribe, I would really appreciate that. And I will see you guys in the next one, hopefully with my new PC.